and excitement, but not everyone has to give $500 to go to an event. We also need to target our fundraising for specific needs. What do we need? What kind of trainings do we need for candidates, for voter vaults, etc.? And then we need to engage our legislators. Our legislators, $500 is the max that they can get from their contributors. You know what we can get? We can get those contributors to give us money. Those donors give us money. We can give it back to the candidates. We can do so much that there's no reason why one couple only gives $1,000. Why we can't also get the money, use it for the state party, and use it for our candidates. We need to target specific groups. Everyone else does. There is, if you look at the McCain example, there was the women for McCain. There were young professionals for McCain, lawyers for McCain, doctors for McCain, business owners for McCain, minorities. I mean, you can go on and on and on and on. And that's what we need to have. And so 5 people show up one day, maybe 10 another, 25. We need to start somewhere. We also need to target the group sharing the GOP ideas and our issues, and reach out to them and say, look, we're on the same mission. Come help. Let's join forces together. We need to aid our coalition groups, such as the Young Republicans. They're out there. These are some great minds. They are future leaders. Some of them are future leaders, and some of them are leaders right now. And we need to show them how we fundraise and how we can all fundraise collectively. The Key Club, almost a waste of time. I mean, if you go, anyone goes to one of those Key Club events and state committee members, you go, there are more state committee members there than there are people giving the big dollars. That is awful. Why are we bothering? You go sit, have breakfast at the Taj, or go to an event at the Omni, so you have to go into Boston, you have to pay for parking, you have to pay the ticket price, and you go there, and there are 5 people that are paying lots of money. Waste of time. We're not going to do that anymore. We're going to have 2 events, big blowout events, big names that show up, and then we get the people, we get the money, and move on. The next is out-of-state direct now. New England as a whole, not doing so well. New Hampshire lost it. Rhode Island, I talked to some people from Rhode Island, their legislature is in, believe it or not, worse shape than ours is. We need to work with them, so get their donors, get people to come into the state and start seeing, okay, we can all do this together. Our fiscal health is not so good right now as a party. We have a good amount of debt that we need to get rid of. And right now, our fundraising and our spending has to reflect our conservative values. Every dollar that we make is hard-earned, and we should be spending it wisely, and we haven't been doing that. We need to decrease our expenses. I plan on suspending the chair's salary. I plan on reevaluating our office space, eliminating the payment of unnecessary expenditures, and reevaluating our return on every single expense. Our grassroots and field operation, huge. This is really the meat and potatoes of what we are. We need to empower our state committee people, energize our city ward and town committees, build our team, meaning the team as far as who's in the headquarters, what minds are there, who can you talk to. We need to seek cutting-edge technology, build our farm team, find those candidates who we can build and grow and cultivate and nurture into fantastic candidates who can win. They can actually win seats. We need to increase our candidate competitiveness, retain Republican seats, which we did not do a very good job of this election, and we need to increase voter registration. Empowering the state committee, it's pretty simple. When I got on the state committee, one of the most upsetting things to me was I said about 4 times, so what do I need to do? So any names, anything? There was nothing. I got a very pretty binder with a lot of stuff. But there was nothing that made sense. There was nothing that was easy. And you know what? We're Republicans. We have jobs. We work. We're involved in our communities. We don't have time to sit around and say, hey, who exactly do I need to call? You know what I think is good? If we had, and we gave to every new state committee person out there, a list of what town committees, make a connection, you can. You don't have to go through the whole procedure of doing the research. We need to distribute media outreach materials. Another great thing, we hear in state committee meetings, send letters to your editors. Okay, send letters to your editors. How about we tell everyone, here are a list of your papers. Here are the editors. Email, phone number, address. That way when you do have something that's important to you, you just send out the letter quickly. Training in party building and technology. They do a good job with voter vaults, but I've been to some other city committee meetings where people have come up with new technology that's fast and easier than voter vaults. And that is something great that we all need to be trained on. Also have 2 annual planning meetings. So these are different than our state committee meetings. We have 4 meetings. It's like going and sitting in a morgue. I mean, you could not be, if you want to come and be bored someplace, go to a state committee meeting. All business, no motivation, no ideas. It's just, there's some fighting, and then that's it. You leave, you go home. You waste 4 hours doing nothing, quite honestly. I think it would be great if we could have 2 planning meetings a year. Those meetings would be forums where we all get to say, you know what, I have a fabulous idea. This is what I was thinking about. This is what will work in my area. How about we try to implement X, Y, and Z? Also, weekly office hours. You know, maybe important, maybe not, but it's an opportunity for people to come in and sit down and talk and see what's on their mind. And finally, a monthly newsletter. Some pictures of maybe events, speakers, of things that we've been working on, and then to say, how about sharing your ideas? Energizing our city board and town committees. There's a concept. Why don't we actually get people invited and interested and say to our neighbors, you want to come down, leave your kids. I have 2 children. For me to go anywhere, if my husband is out of town or if I want him to come with me, it costs me money for a babysitter. So I need a reason to leave my house and say, I want to go. We're losing a whole bunch of people because we're not giving them reasons to go. Let's help them out here. Let's ID our unorganized committees and say, find people in those areas, find people that want to chair it, and find chairs that have friends that can start engaging their friends. We're going to have incentives for voter registration. We're going to engage our superstar chairs. Those are future leaders. Those are the people that we really need to say, you, come on, you're going to start rising up in the ranks. Share our best practices, and then toolkits for voter registration drives, new resident welcome letters. I moved here. If someone would have sent me a letter and said, come to a meeting on Wednesday night at 6:30, I would have gone. I was 29 years old. Very difficult to meet friends at that point. You're not in college. You don't have the same network that you used to have. That's a great way to get new people. 3 seconds, coffee, some wine, cheese, whatever. They love it. Charitable activities. You know, we're Republicans. We're not heartless. So how great to know of the activities going on in your area. I'm involved in a ton of activities dealing with kids in Boston. It makes me feel good, and then I go, and my Democratic friends laugh. Oh, you're the Republican with the heart. Well, we all have a heart. We just need to maybe know, where are they? Where are they meeting? Proposition 2.5 battle plans.